One of the things that I like to consider when setting up my posture for meditation is, can I be comfortable and can I breathe well? Because breath is such a huge component of what we do. It's good to be able to have an unobstructed way to breathe. So try not to put yourself in a position that would impact your breathing in any capacity. And then I like to let my hands find a place to be still. Sometimes they want to fidget, they want to move around, and that's not too helpful when you're trying to focus your attention in practice. So that could be in your lap, that could be by your side, it could be on your belly if you're lying down. There's lots of places to place your hands. If you're in front of a desk, you can kind of let your arms rest on the desk. That's another option to you as well. Mm. And then there's the vision. We can keep our eyes open or closed for practice. Most commonly, closed eyes is often the way to go. But if you'd like to keep your eyes open, just let your vision rest on a non-moving object that won't be a distraction for practice. If not, I invite you to close the eyes now. When the eyes close, just kind of run another check of the body, see if there's anything you need to make an adjustment for. And if not, soften the jaw, let the shoulders relax a little. Let yourself just kind of take a seat physically and metaphorically. You've been living a very full life, whole day ahead of you, all kinds of stuff happening prior to this moment. But in this moment, you've chosen to slow down, to take your attention inwards, and to listen to yourself, to be curious and to learn, to be loving and patient, and to allow yourself the space to acquire the knowledge of how your moment to moment experience is built. As we initially start off practice here, take a moment to kind of notice the quality of the body, the emotions, the tone of things right now. For all the reasons I stated before, we bring all of the day to the practice. Sometimes that can that can be supportive or non-supportive, but it's good to just kind of recognize and orient yourself around the ideas of where would you like to take yourself during practice today? What is your intention for being here? As we move throughout practice today, I'll be guiding and shifting your attention to various objects in your experience to notice and to witness. To see the nature of these things is to learn the nature of all things. A lot of what happens within us is the micro to the macro. And when we learn how to navigate these things within us, we become much better at navigating them when they're outside of us. Today, we'll begin practice by moving our attention through the body in the form of a body scan. As we kind of work ourselves through this practice, there isn't an ideal state that we're searching for. Rather, it's a matter of seeing what is present in each moment, remembering that the moment is a ever evolving thing, changing from breath to breath, second to second. And so just start to notice the weight of your body being held by the surface supporting you, whether you're lying down or you're seated. Right now, something is cradling you, taking your weight and allowing you the space to simply pay attention. So feel that and notice where you feel it the most, where it's most prominent within the body. We'll begin moving the attention from the head to the toes. So start to notice sensations in the jaw. If you're holding any tension, biting down, bearing down, or if it's a little more relaxed today. The movement of your breath in and out. Especially if you're breathing through the nose, you can feel the breath as it starts at the point of your nostrils breathing in. The sensations in the eyes, the eyelids closed against them, or the weight of your eyes in their sockets, your forehead and scalp, moving the attention down into the neck. Feel the weight of your head in space being held here. Letting the sensations kind of play as you move from the areas where you feel things a little strongly versus the areas where things are a bit lighter, a little harder to notice. And it's as if you can sense and feel everything happening in the head and the neck right now. Letting your attention scan into your left shoulder, into your left arm, all the way down to the palm of your left hand and out into your fingers. What does it feel like in the left arm? The textures against it from your clothing or from a blanket? Is there tension held in the hands? Let any attention scan now into the right shoulder, down into your right arm, to the palm of your right hand, out through the fingers. As your attention widens, you can begin to notice the differences between the left and right side of the body, between the left arm and the right arm, where you might have a bit more aliveness, or maybe things are a little softer. Noticing that the moment you pay attention to right now is shifting with each breath, with each new sensation. It's adjusting. Letting your attention move now into your torso, a space that's peppered with sensations and movements from the breath. Noticing the front and back side, where your shoulders are supported by a chair if you're seated. If you're lying down, they're softly held by the mattress beneath you or the ground beneath you. If you're seated, you might feel the weight of the shoulders and the back and the lightness of the breath and the belly moving in and moving out at a rhythm and a pace that is natural to you. This ever flowing, cascading change, uh, changes of bodily sensations, moving all the way from the head down to the belly button. You feel the aliveness that's present in this moment. That it might not be perfect, but in this moment, with the next breath coming in and coming out, it is okay. Letting your attention move down into the pelvis, to the sit bones, to the lower half of the body. Notice how far the breath moves down into that space. Letting the attention move further down the left leg, into the foot, out into the toes, feeling the weight being held here if your foot is planted on the ground or connected to it. If you're lying down, notice the softness from the leg being held and supported. Every time we kind of add a new part of the body, we widen the scan, we add more sensory information to focus on. And as we begin to move down into the right leg, down into the right foot, out into the toes, kind of giving us a complete head to toe scan of what's changing and moving through the body. can be good to notice here as you're kind of sensing what's coming up in the moment. If the mind has wandered or slipped into some other thought or other distraction, or maybe you're focused on something other than the body, know that that's okay. And you can simply return the attention back to noticing whichever part of the body is most calling to your attention in this moment. In the same way, if there's any discomfort present, allow your breath to go to that space, breathing into the tension, softly exhaling and releasing it with each breath. The moment is always changing with the body that we have, with the story about that body or the way we think it should be. But in this moment, again, with each breath, with each sensation, if only for the moment, it's okay. Letting our attention start to notice and focus on that feeling of breathing that's happening, that's been married and paired with the sensations you felt in your body. The breath is kind of set the metronome underlining all of those sensations. So notice and feel into that breath. Feel when the in breath comes in through the nose or through the mouth, the way that it expands out and physically moves your body. And how, as you exhale and release the air back into the environment around you, the cycle just starts again. And for all intents and purposes, you're not doing anything for that to happen. It is naturally occurring in this moment. And it's as if you've taken this stance of observation all throughout practice, simply noticing where I've pointed your attention, what other distractions have come up, taking time out of the day to step back from being enmeshed in the moment and just an observer of it. We'll take a couple rounds of breath using a mantra to overlay the breath. A mantra is just a phrase or a word that we sometimes associate with our practice. Today's phrase is I am here for you. And the way we incorporate that is to simply take a breath in. And as you exhale the breath, just let that phrase move through the mind. I am here for you. Notice how it feels and reverberates in the body, looking for any resistance or any welcoming to it. When the next breath comes around, breathe in and let that phrase ride on the exhale. I am here for you. Repeating the process, letting yourself find your own natural rhythm with it. The mantra acting as a reminder to show up for ourselves, to meet ourselves in the moment with the same kindness and compassion and love that we would give to anything or anyone that we deeply care about. To remind us that we are here to listen, to learn to be better listeners to what is arising within us, moment to moment. When it feels natural to you, you can release your focus from the mantra. Let yourself just be here in the moment. Observe and listen. Witness what shows up in the body and the breath, what you hear, more importantly, what you think. Paying attention to the way these energies are similar in that they are constantly arriving and dissipating. And if you simply watch them, that cycle repeats over and over. Remembering that any point in time you can anchor to the breath and hold your attention there if that feels more available to you, rather than just sitting with all of the changing parts of your experience. As we begin to bring practice to a close, take a moment to offer yourself a bit of gratitude. Whether this is your first or your 50th time with me, it's all new. It's a new moment, it's a new practice. You showed up, you gave it a go. Maybe you learned something, but most importantly, you're here, and you must be here in order to benefit from the practice. As you give yourself that bit of gratitude, take time re entering your space. Slowly let the eyes open, let the hands move. Notice what kind of information carries over from being in this experience today.